Very good morning, students. I am your economics teacher. So today we are going to see about cost and revenue analysis. Okay. So fourth chapter in your 11th economics. Okay. What do you mean by cost and revenue? Very good morning, students. I am your economics teacher. So today we are going to see about cost and revenue analysis. Okay. So fourth chapter in your 11th economics. Okay. What do you mean by cost and revenue analysis? What do you mean by cost? Okay. So cost means what? Cost and revenue analysis, that is, this lesson explains about the cost analysis and revenue. Revenue means it is an profit earned by an entrepreneur. So cost means what are the types of cost which is incurred in the production. Okay. So see, the first thing, cost and revenue analysis refer to examine the cost of production and the sales revenue of the production unit under various conditions. So what are the types of cost? Okay, that is called as a cost of production. So in order to produce a commodity, what are the types of cost which is used, and how the sales revenue means it is an profit. So how the profit which has been earned through sales. Okay. So we are going to see in this lesson, first is cost analysis and revenue. Next to most important is the objective of the firm is to earn profit and not to make a loss. So always a producer's mentality that they want to earn more profit. Okay. So profit is the main mentality of the firm and not to incur any loss. So they will be very careful in doing a business. So there should not be any loss should not be incurred in production. So the main thing is profit and how to reduce loss. Next one, profit or loss is defined as a difference between the total revenue and the total cost. See how a profit which has been arrived. Total revenue minus total cost. Total revenue means it is a profit, and total cost means what is the cost, totally entirely how much we have spent, how much expense which has been incurred, and how much profit we have been received. So total revenue minus cost is equals to profit or loss. Suppose, for example, if I have invested in a business 1 lakh rupees, okay, if I have invested 1 lakh of rupees means my total revenue is 1 lakh 20,000. See, my cost is 1 lakh and my revenue which I have received as a profit is 1 lakh 20,000 means what is the profit? So revenue is 1 lakh 20,000 minus 1 lakh, it's my cost. So what is the profit? My profit will be 20,000 will be my profit. Suppose if it is loss means I have spent 1 lakh, my cost is 1 lakh, but the revenue which I have received through production, through sale of production is 80,000. So now how much loss which I have incurred? So 1 lakh is my cost and the profit which I have received is 80,000 is equal to my loss is 20,000. So is it clear, students, how the loss which has been incurred and how the profit which has been incurred? Okay. Now we will move to the Now we will see the cost analysis. So see, what is cost? Cost refer to the total expense incurred in the production of a commodity. So, in order to produce an commodity, how much the cost which has been incurred? Cost means what? It is an expense. Expense means whatever we are going to produce, an commodity, the amount which has been incurred in order to produce a commodity, that is called as an cost. Okay. So, cost analysis refer to the study of behavior of cost in the relation to one or more. Cost analysis means what are the types of cost. See, cost means which is expense. Okay, children, listen. Cost means it is an expense in order to produce a commodity. So, what is the expense we are doing? Cost analysis means what are the types of cost which has been involved in order to produce an commodity. Okay. So, here they have given the functional relationship between cost and output is expressed as a cost function. So, cost will always depends upon the function of output. Q means it is an output. So, cost is an function of output. Okay. Now, we will see the different types of cost concepts. Okay. So, nearly we have 12 cost concepts. So, first one is the most important one is an money cost. So, what are the different types of cost? So, what are the different types of cost which is incurred in an production in order to produce an commodity? So, in order to produce one commodity, what are the types of cost which has been used, which has been incurred? So, first one, it is an money cost. So, what do you mean by a money cost? So, money cost means, see, the cost expressed in term of money. So, production cost expressed in term of money, that is total expense incurred by a firm in producing a commodity. So, in order to produce a commodity, take any commodity, okay, take any commodity from basic commodity to luxurious commodity. Basic commodities means like in order to produce food, shelter, whatever it is, cloth or anything else, to luxurious commodities, car, bike, AC, fan, whatever it is. Okay. So, that is all called as an luxurious commodities. So, in order to produce from one simple commodity to luxurious commodity, what are the costs which has been incurred? So, see here what are the types of costs which has been incurred. It include a cost of raw material. So, in order to produce a commodity, we need a raw material. Raw material means what? Basic. Without that, we can't able to do anything else. So, that is called as an raw material. For example, so in order to construct one building, what is the raw material? We need a brick, we need an iron, we need an cement, we need an sand. So, these 4 things which is called as an raw material. Then, what are the costs incurred? Payment of wages. Yes, for the labor we have to pay the wage. If we have taken any ground for in order to produce, so factories or any industries, we have to pay and rent. Then or anyway, a producer used to get a loan from its friends, relatives or bank. So, for that he have to pay an interest. So, if he have taken an interest, so he has to pay an interest on capital. So, this is all is a cost of is a type of cost. Next, expense on fuel. So, definitely obviously what happens in order to produce a commodity, for the transportations it's needed a fuel. So, for the fuel also they are spending. Okay, so this it is also called as a cost. Then power, electricity has been used, and transportations and other types of production related cost. So, is it clear? So, money cost means production cost expressed in term of money. In order to produce a commodity, total expense incurred by the firm. Okay. This money cost is also called as out of pocket cost. It has various names. See, first one, out of pocket expense or cost, prime cost, direct cost, nominal cost, accounting cost or explicit cost. Okay. So, this is the first cost which has been incurred in production. Next, we come to know about the real cost. So, what do you mean by real cost? Real cost means payment made to compensate the effort and sacrifice of all the factor owner for the service in production. Real cost, see, a owner is putting his effort, okay. A owner means who? A producer who is putting as an effort, okay. So, in order to create an commodity, he is putting an effort. So, for that effort, he receives some benefit. He is putting an effort and sacrifice has been made, okay. For that sacrifice, he receives certain amount, certain money, that is called as an profit. If I am using a land, means that land will be used, means that land we used to get as an rent, okay. So, this is all one of the major thing. So, real cost means a owner or a land, a owner. So, a owner used to sacrifice and he used to put an effort in order to create a commodity. So, what are the sacrifice? See, for example, the land which has been used, capital which has to be saved or invest, and workers to foregoing leisure. So, see in your textbook page number 81, okay. So, they have given an example for the real cost. This cost, real cost, which has been explained by Adam Smith, regarded pain and sacrifice of the labor as a real cost of production. That is, a labor in his free period, okay, he has leisure. If you want to do work, so if he is doing an work, he will be getting as a benefit like wages. But here what happens, in his leisure period he is doing, he is putting a pain and effort and sacrifice. So, that is called as an real cost. Next, we come to know about an explicit cost. See here, explicit cost means payment made to others for the purchase of factors of production. Payment made to others for the purchase of factor of production. That means what? It refers to the actual expenditure of the firm to produce or hire the inputs the firm needed. That means, see, explicit cost is also like an money cost. That is, we are, for the production, we are doing certain expenses. So, see here they have given as an example, it includes wages, payment for raw materials, rent for the buildings. Okay. Then some more examples like interest for capital invested, expenditures on transport and advertisement, then other expenses like license fees, depreciation, insurance, etc. Okay. So, some other more examples they have given in your textbook. Is it clear, student? Explicit cost is also like a money cost, payment made to others for the purchase of production, for the factors of production. So, in order to create an commodity, we are doing certain payment, okay, payment for whom we are paying. So, payment like wages. So, producer who used to pay money for the laborer as an wage. Then payment made, payment for raw materials. If he get in raw materials, he has to pay. So, in the beginning itself they have told payment made to others. Next one, rent for the building. Rent for the building means what? It is also a payment. They are using a building, for that they have to do a payment. So, rent for building. Then other payment, interest for capital. Rent for building. Then expenditure on transport. Then advertisement. Then expense, that is payment on license fees, depreciation, insurance. So, this is all an example for the explicit cost. Next, here explicit cost is also called as an accounting cost or out of pocket cost or money cost. Okay. Next, we will move to the next one. It is an implicit cost. What do you mean by an implicit cost? See here, implicit cost, or it is called as an book cost. Okay. So, payment made to the use of resources that the firm already owns. What do you mean by the use of resources that the firm already owns? That means, see, for example, certain things that the owner will be having on their own. For example, he will be having a own factory. Okay, it will not be hired. So, for that he never used to pay rent, but actually what happens here, if he has his own resources, but he have to maintain an accounting book. So, for that what happens, he used to keep an accounting as an rent he has paid. It is clear? See, payment made to the use of resources that the firm already owns. Certain resources that the owner has on his own. So, he will not be hired. Okay. For example, like buildings he might be have on his own. For that he will not use to pay a rent. Then capital which he has on his own. So, for that he never used to pay an interest, but in an accounting book he has to show that he had paid an rent and then he had paid an interest. So, certain goods which he have on its own, it is known as an implicit cost. See, the use of land, he has his own land, own building, machinery, car, etc. Okay. Not recorded under normal accounting practice as no cash payment has taken place. So, for this all cash will not paid, but what happened, for in order to prepare profit and loss, so for that they will maintain separately. Okay. So, they will maintain separately, they will take an amount, they will allotted certain amount for the land as an rent, building as an rent, for the machinery as an rent, then for the car, for the fuels, for this all things they will take it and keep it as an and maintain a separate record. Okay. So, see, all the payment made to the resources owned and purchased or hired by the firm. So, this implicit cost is also called as an imputed cost. It also has an another name. So, it is also called as an imputed cost or book cost. Is it clear? See here, I will explain the first four. First one, it is a money cost. Money cost means for the production. Okay. So, production cost expressed in term of money. So, total money expense which is incurred by a firm in producing an commodity. So, example, raw material, payment of wages, rent, interest on capital, expense on fuel, power, transportation and others. So, it has an various name like out of pocket cost, prime cost, direct cost, nominal cost, accounting cost and explicit cost. Next we come to know about an real cost. So each and every one, they will put their effort and sacrifice. So the owner will be putting his effort and sacrifice in order to produce an commodity. So land which has been used, capital so can be saved, but it has been invested. Okay. Labor, they can do and work, or they can leave as an leisure, but they are putting their effort and sacrifice. For that certain, that is also called as an cost. So this is called as an real cost. Next we come to know about an explicit cost. Explicit cost means payment made to others. So for what all the things that the producer just doing and payment, just paying, that is called as an explicit cost. So for the wages, labor who receives an wages, so payment issued. Then for the raw material, he purchased raw material means payment issued for the raw material. Then if he hired the building, for that rent, so payment will be issued. So explicit cost is also called as an accounting cost or out of pocket cost or money cost. Next, implicit cost. Implicit cost means, see, a owner will be having certain resources on their own. A producer will be having their own resources. For that own resources, payment made to the use of resources that the firms already owns. So for example, if he has his own land, building, machinery, car, so for this all own resources he has on his own, he never hired, but this whatever he has having its own resources, but in order to show in a profit, he will maintain a separate account. So this implicit cost is also called as an imputed cost or book cost. Okay. Next we come to know about an economic cost. So economic cost means what? Economic cost means it is an inclusion of implicit cost and explicit cost. So for the payment made for the purchase and payment made for use of own resources, both are included and it is said to be as an economic cost. Okay. All payment made to the resources owned and purchased or hired by the firm. So explicit means payment made to other purchases. Implicit means payment made to the use of own resources. So it is a summation of explicit and implicit. So both the explicit and implicit is equals to economic cost. Okay. Next we come to know about an social cost. Social cost is called as an external cost. What do you mean by social cost? See, total cost borne by the society due to the production of an commodity. That means what? See, in producing an commodity, the producer used to spoil our environment. For example, if they are producing an electricity, okay, so they are producing an electricity, so near the place what happens, the area which is fully spoiled, the environment which is fully spoiled by this electricity. For example, you know about the thermal electric power, okay, thermal electric power, atomic electric power. So through this what happens, electricity which has been produced, but the surrounding which is fully polluted, so environment will be fully polluted. So in order to compensate this, the producer used to do an compensation. How the producer will do an compensation? See, definitely wherever this atomic energy centers or nuclear energy centers, that is electricity generations is there, means in that locality some diseases will be formed, like tuberculosis will be formed, okay. So TB will be formed. For that the producer will bear the expenses, like constructing an hospital such as TB hospitals in that locality, because the environmental which is polluted. So, what kind of diseases which will be affected, previously the producer will be known. Is it clear? So, what kind of diseases which will be arised, that the producer which already he knows. So, in order to compensate, he will construct certain hospitals. So, by producing an atomic energy centers or nuclear energy centers, so TB disease will be arise. So, tuberculosis will be arise. So, for that what happens, in that locality TB hospitals will be constructed and that expenses should be bared by the producer. So, this is called as an social cost. See, total cost borne by the society due to the production of commodity. Okay. See, the cost is not borne by the firm but incurred by others in the society. Example, large business firm causes air pollution, water pollution and other damages in a particular area which involves the cost to the society. So, that cost should be borne by the producer. This is called as an social cost. Next, we come to know about an opportunity cost. What do you mean by opportunity cost? The cost of next best alternative. So, cost of next best alternative. Here they have given next, it is an best alternative uses. So, it is also called as an alternative cost or transfer cost. What do you mean by an opportunity cost? See, here they have given an example, okay, but I will give an better example in order to understand for the opportunity cost. See, a teacher who is working in a private sector, okay, he is working in a private sector, her salary is 40,000, but now he got an opportunity in a government school, but the salary is just 20,000. Now, what decision will the teacher will prefer, whether she would like to continue in the same private sector or she would prefer government, public school, government school, because the teacher will prefer to go for government school, but you can say in private she got 40,000, but in government she got only 20,000. But now the teacher will be the loser, that is, he is sacrificing now for the present, but in the future definitely he will be getting more opportunities in the government, like pensions, like a PF amount will be received, so much of incentives that a teacher will be received. At the end of her completion of her school, a huge amount he or she will be received. So, at present they are sacrificing for that future benefit. So, this is called as an opportunity cost. So, opportunity cost means it is an next best alternative forgone. Okay. Next one, what do you mean by an sunk cost? Sunk cost means what? See here, sunk cost means cost incurred in the past and cannot be recovered in future. That means what? Cost incurred in the past and cannot be recovered in the future. That means, for example, now at present a new technology has been adopted. So, the producer has spent 20 lakhs in order to purchase a new technology. But what happens in the future, the technology which would have been changed. Okay. So, now he has to prefer another new technology. But now what happens? He has incurred 20 lakhs, that is he has spent 20 lakhs in purchasing a technology. So, technology will not be remain same, the technology will be keep on changes. So, what happens if he has spent that 20 lakhs, so it is an loss. Again he has to adopt another technology, because that another technology which gives a more output. So, it will be very easiest, anything might be happen with the help of a new technology. So, again he has to spend. So, that is why what happens, a cost incurred in the past and cannot be recovered in the future. So, adopting a technology will be keep on changes, and that cost will not be cannot be recovered in the future, because in the future some other technology will be used. So, this is called as an sunk cost. So, sunk cost is also called as an retrospective cost. So, see here they have given an example. A firm purchased and specialized equipment designed for a special plant. No alternative uses, opportunity cost is 0. So, now it is 0. Afterwards, after 10 years, again a new technology will be adopted. So, what happens to the old technology? So, 20 lakhs which I have spent for the technology, which is waste, I cannot recover in the future. So, again after 10 years, again new technology will be used. So, for that again I have to purchase. So, I cannot be able to recover in the future. So, this is called as an sunk cost. Next we come to know about an floating cost. Floating cost means all expense that are directly associated with the business activity but not with the asset creation. See, certain amount which has been made, okay, for the day to day purpose, they have spent but not an creation of asset. They have spent but there is no creation of asset. That is called as an floating cost. Expense that are directly associated with the business activities but not with the asset creation, does not include an purchase of raw material. It is a part of current asset, but see, payment like wages to the worker. So, worker has done, here there is no creation of asset. Then transportation charge, not the creation of asset, they have not purchased any asset. If they purchased an asset means it is not called as an floating cost, they have spent, that amount has gone. So, payment like wages to the worker, amount has gone but no asset has been created. Transportation charge, fees for the power and administration, this is all called as an floating cost. So, floating cost is necessary to run the day to day business of an firm. Generally, cost means it creates certain asset, but here certain things which is not created an asset, but amount which has been spent. Okay. So, that is called as an floating cost. Next we come to know about an prime cost. Prime cost means all costs vary with output together with the cost of administration. So, variable prime cost, that is in order for the administration, okay. Administration means how to run the business, for that certain amount which has been incurred. So, that amount is called as an prime cost. So, prime cost is equal to variable cost plus cost of administration. Okay. Next we come to know about the most important cost. One is an fixed cost, another one is an variable cost. See here, fixed cost means for the entire production, okay. If a production carried over a period, for one period the cost will never change. So, the cost will be fixed. So, that is called as an fixed cost. Variable cost means for the production, during the production the cost will be keep on changes, cost will be keep on changes, that is called as an variable cost. For fixed cost, example, rent for the factory. See, the rent will not change every month, okay. So, rent is an constant. So, this month he paid 10,000 means Next month also he will be paying the same amount 10,000. For the whole year he will be paying the same amount 10,000. Next, permanent worker salary. So, for the academic year, for the entire year, the payment which has been paid for the worker, the salary will be same. So, for every month the salary will not be increased or decreased. Once it has been fixed for 1 year, the salary will be remains the same. So, this is called as an fixed cost. So, fixed cost means cost will not change during the period of production. Okay. So, for example, wages, payment, permanent worker salary, then machineries, insurance premium, then license fees is all called as an fixed cost. Cost will not change, does not change during the period of production. So, fixed cost is also called as an supplementary cost or overhead cost. Variable cost means during the production the cost will be keep on changes. Cost will be continuously, for every month the cost will be keep on changes. The best example is electricity. So, for the payment of electricity, 1 month we will be paid 1000 rupees, means next month it will be increased or decreased. So, the payment for the electricity will not be constant. So, it is a variable. Then fuels, petrol we have been used for the transportation. So, the cost for the petrol also fuels will also be changes. So, it is also variable. So, see here wages of temporary worker means if there is a demand for the worker, the wages will be more. If there is no demand means the wages will be less. So, that is why they have given wages of temporary workers, cost of raw material, fuel cost, electricity charge. It is also all called as an variable cost. So, it is also called as an prime cost, special cost or direct cost. So, variable cost is also called as an prime cost, special cost or direct cost. Okay. So, up to this cost concepts it's over. So, let me explain all the costs. First one, it is an money cost. Money cost means in order, that is for the total production, total cost incurred in the total cost, that is total money expense incurred by a firm in producing a commodity. Okay, that is called as a money cost. So, all the expenses which has been included in order to create one commodity, total expenses which has been included, it is called as a money cost. Real cost, effort and sacrifice made by the owner. Effort and sacrifice made by the owner. This is called as a real cost. Explicit cost, payment made to the other for purchase of factors of production. To purchase and raw material, machinery or whatever it is, payment has been made. So, that payment alone is called as an explicit. Implicit means payment made to the use of resources that the firm already owns. Already the owner which has the own resources, okay, like building, land, machineries, car, etc., whatever it is, if he has it on his own, for that payment has been made. That is called as an implicit cost. Economic cost means both explicit as well as implicit cost. Next one, social cost. Social cost means total cost borne by the society due to the production of an commodity. A producer who spoils an environment, definitely he will be spoiling, like air polluted, water will be polluted, land will be polluted. For that expense which has been incurred, that amount also should be included, that should be borne by the producer. This is called as an social cost. Sunk opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means next best alternative forgone. So, which is the best at present they are doing and sacrifice, that is called as an opportunity cost. Next we come to know about an sunk cost. So, cost incurred in the past and cannot be recovered in the future. So, at present they have incurred, in future they cannot be recollected because technology will be keep on changing. This is called as a sunk cost. Next, floating cost. Floating cost means expense on day to day. So, in order to carry an business for day to day purpose, they are doing an expense but not creating any asset. They are not purchasing any asset, but spending amount has been, payment has been made to the worker. Only payment but no use. Okay, payment has gone for the worker as a laborer. Transportation, no creation of goods there. Transportation, fees for the power and administration. So, this is called as an floating cost. Prime cost is called as an variable cost. So, variable cost plus cost of administration is called as an prime cost. Next, fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed cost, the cost does not change during the period of production, but variable cost, the cost will be keep on changes during the production. So, each and every month the cost will be keep on changes, that is called as a variable cost. Fixed cost, the cost will not change. So, for the academic year the cost will not change, it will be keep on same. So, this is called as an fixed cost. Okay students. So, up to this I will stop. The remaining it is fully diagram oriented. So, I will continue in the next class. Okay. Thank you students.